I wanted to keep it simple today, and so I painted a little simple tree. So today it's called the tree. The paints that I'm going to be using today, if you can tell, I'm going to use white, light magenta, light olive green, black, burnt sienna, chrome oxide green, grass green, phthalo blue. I'm making gray, and well, we said white. So that's what we're using today. So the paint brushes I'm going to be using is a number 1 flat, a number 12 Filbert, a 1/4 inch flat, and a number 10/0 liner, and a number 6 round. So today I'm going to be using an 8x8 canvas. I'm starting out with white and phthalo blue on my canvas, and I'm going to spray my canvas with a little water. It might be too much. I've got a 1-inch brush, flat brush here, and I'm just going to, whoops, spread this water out. I want to get this to spread out. So I'm going to pick up just some of my phthalo blue, and I'm just going to come across this top. And of course, I want to do my sides and top. And then I'm just going to start picking up some white on my brush. And I'm actually going to come down, so if this is the middle of the canvas, because this is 8-inch canvas, so I know 4 inches, I'm actually going to come down about 3/4 of the way. So just want to put right here and right there, just so I know that's where I'm headed. Of course I did my sides now. Alright, so I'm just coming back in here, picking up my white. If I go past that a little bit, it's not going to matter because I'm coming back on with something else. I'm just going to blend that in up there. And we got some streaks going on in our sky. I'm just going to bring this down. I want that a little lighter. Well, I said I did, but I'm going to come back in here with a little more blue. I want it to blend in better. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so there is the top of our... I'm going to wipe my brush off because it looks like I got something on my canvas here. Yeah. So you see I got that. So I'm just going to pick up some white here. Come back over that. Just white. Alright. So I've been blended that in enough that it should be that will be good. Alright, and I'm going to use just some grass green for my bottom down here. I think that's dried a little bit, so I'm going to take a little bit of water and just kind of bring it in here with my brush. Alright, and then I'm just going to pick up my green and start putting on some green. I think I got too much water. Do my bottom down here and my sides. Alright, I'm going to let this dry, and I'm probably going to come in. I want my green a little more darker. So I'm going to dry this, and then I will be back. Alright, so I'm just going to pick up, I've done dried it, so I'm going to pick up some green and come back in here with some more of just my grass green, because I wanted it darker. And I put too much water on it. It's a little one and it slides a lot. Okay, so I've gotten some different, looks like different little layers of grass, because I got some greener in some places, and if I wanted to, I could do a little more somewhere else. Alright, I have my burnt sienna, and I'm going to use some black. I'm going to use my 10/0 liner. I'm going to pick up some, I'm going to wet my black a little bit just to get it thinned out a little bit. And I'm going to come right above this grass line, and I'm just going to put me a few little, some little branches in here. I don't know if all of them get covered up or what, but I just want some in here so we can see what we got going on. And there's no, you can just lay them down ever how you want them. This is my trees in the background. And I just want some of this seen. I don't want all that to be seen. Now I'm going to use my burnt sienna, and I'm going to use my Filbert brush, and I'm just going to come in and I'm going to start tapping some, just a little bit of brown. I'm coming in with some other colors too, so this is my base color. I'm just going to put in a little bit of the brown. I leave it all brown. It's going to look like I got some dead trees. So that's why I'm just putting on a darker color in the background. And then we'll come in with some green. And I turn my brush. Sometimes I put it on sideways, and then sometimes, a lot of times I just lay it flat. And then I'm going to wash my brush off. And I'm going to use some chrome oxide green. My same brush, my Filbert brush. I haven't worried about that drying, so I'm just picking up the chrome oxide green, and I'm just going to start tapping, tap, tap, tap. I'm going to come off my side so it can just blend in. I'm just tapping, tapping, tapping away. Covering up more of that blue in there. I don't really want my background to be seen. So, but I'm also going to come in there, I think, with a little white too, just to make some little highlights in there. I could come in there with yellow if I wanted to. I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Just, you know, it's a tree line. We want our trees to be different sizes. Okay, I'm going to pick up a little bit of that white with some of that green. So my green oxide and my white, I'm just picking up a little bit and coming in and just tapping a little bit on top. Just in different spots, just to give it a little highlights. It looked like I got something somewhere else, you know, some different when you got a line back here, you don't want everything to be in one spot. You want it to look like, oh, we got a little bit here and we got a little bit there. And that's really what I'm doing, is just looking like I got a little bit here and a little bit there. And then with the brown, it kind of blends in a little bit too, so we've got all this blending that we're doing here. I'm going to pick up just a little bit more of the green and come in here and kind of tone that one down a little bit. So, and right in here, I think I'm going to... Okay. So, that's my background. My trees in the background. I am going to come back in here with a little more of the black, just to put me a few little trees, because I did kill that black, and that's okay. Don't need it everywhere. I think I might have got too much there. Yeah, I'm not liking that one right there. It's too dark. I'm gonna go a little bit. Okay. Use my little liner brush, gray here. I just mix a little black and some white. And I'm still going to pick up some of that white with my gray when I do this. So I'm going to roll it on my brush, and I'm going to come along in here, and I'm going to start putting me some fence posts down. And then we're just gonna, I'm gonna come off the side. I didn't put any on the side, but I'm coming across on the side. Coming off the edge is what I'm saying. I'm just using the gray that I made and some white, because I don't want it gray. I want it to look old. It's an old fence. And I'm just going to bring it right across my canvas. And then I'm going to put one right there. This is just a simple little painting. It's not a lot to it. But, you know, sometimes it's just simple little paintings that you want to do. And that's all I want to do, is just a simple little painting. Now we got our fence with our trees in the background. And I want to let this dry before I go any further. I'm going to use my liner brush for this one, and I'm going to come right along in here, and I'm going to make me a big tree. Now I'm going to pick up some black, burnt sienna, and some white, all three on my paintbrush. Let's just see Let's come right here. Okay. If this is middle ways, I came over about an inch. I started, well, I'm actually about middle ways right there. I came over about an inch and a half and just came down with my tree. I'm just picking up some brown now. We're gonna do more with this tree. As you can see, just got to get my base down. Actually, I think I'm going to switch brushes because this one just seems to be a little bit too small for me. So I'm going to use, I have a number 6 round, I'm going to use that. And I'm going to just come in here and put some, I'll come back to that smaller one. I just want to fill these in. Let's get some white and brown. Let's bring this down a little bit more. That's what I want to do. So that's the bottom of our tree, and then we're going to come up and put some of these on. This is a very little paintbrush. Okay, so I have the big brush to help me with the bottom, because I'm using more paint. But I'm going to come up now with my smaller paintbrush, my 10/0 liner brush, because I want to put in some more tree limbs. And I'm just picking up the burnt sienna, black and white, just in different times. I'm going to bring in some more white over here. Make this a little more of our shade, our highlight. Okay. And then this side is darker. So our sun's coming from this way. And like I said, this is going to be a big tree, so I picked up some gray, which would have been fine. We could have brought some gray in here too. I did pick up a little bit of gray. So we're just going to bring in some more. Get them up there pretty tall. It's a big tree. That's our focal point. Like I said, it's just an easy little painting. I look at pictures and things to try to get ideas for painting sometimes, and this one actually came to me. I was laying in bed thinking about painting, and I've been sick, as you can tell. You probably can hear it in my voice. So I decided that I haven't felt like painting. So now I'm trying to get up and get myself feeling a little bit better. And I said, I was thinking about it while I was laid in bed. I would like to do a simple little one. Just something like this with the trees in the back and the fence in the back and the tree in front. And so I said, okay, I'm going to do that. And so that's why I'm doing it. I'm going to come up with this side just a little bit more now. So now I'm just looking for any spots that I think could use a little something extra, and I let them cross over because that's what trees do. So that's what it's looking like. I want my tree, well, I'm not really worried about my tree drying. I'm going to use my Filbert brush again, and I'm going to pick just a little bit of the burnt sienna, and I'm just going to bring in a couple little taps here and there just to give me some base darkness. And then we're going to use some different colors. And I don't want to go crazy with this, y'all. I just want a few here and there to give us some background. This is our background noise. I'm back with my Filbert brush. I've got chrome oxide green. And then I'm going to start tapping in some of this in little spots. I'm just going to come off my canvas some. And I'm just tapping. And if I see a spot that I think could use a little more, I'm going to cover up some more of that brown. I like for it to kind of blend in together, so that's fine with me. So my tree is a pretty big tree. I'm going to bring in a few down here. Okay. And I'm going to use next, I'm going to pick up some light olive green. I'm just going to wipe my brush off. I'm not going to wash it. I'm going to pick up just some light olive green, and I'm going to just tap in some. Just to give us some little highlights here. We want it to look, more colors we can get there, more it's going to look like a three-dimensional type tree. That one kind of got away from me. Put too much on there. I can always come back and tap more. Just keep tapping, that green that darker green will come in. Grab some white and bring it over here with my light olive green. make my light olive green a little lighter. Wipe my brush off because I got a lot of paint on it. And I'm just going to bring in some little highlights with my light olive green and my white. And I'm not, as you can tell, I'm not putting it everywhere. I'm just putting it in some of the little spots just to make it look a little different. Alright, so that's how it's looking. It's just a simple little picture with trees and a fence. And I might work on my fence a little bit more. I think I'm going to put the post in front. Thinking of putting just a few little flowers in here. I'm going to pick up my light olive green and my 10/0 liner brush, and I'm just going to put in a few little stems, some little grasses here where I might want some flowers. The more I put in there, the more flowers I'll have, but that's okay. And try not to put them all in line together because I want them. It's not going to matter because I'm going to just come in and put the flowers in. But I'm just getting those few little, my flowers, leaves and stuff in there. And I picked up a little white with that, light olive green too. Makes it pop out a little bit more. Okay. Alright, I'm going to start off with some light magenta, and I'm going to use my, I have a small flat. I think it's a 1/4 of an inch. I'm not sure. I don't even know what number it is. I've done, got paint all over it. And there's no writing. I can't see any writing, so I can't tell you, but it's really small. And I'm going to pick that up with my light magenta, and I'm going to just start on the corner of my paintbrush. I'm just going to start tapping some of this light magenta down. And we'll put some back here where the fence line is. That's perfectly fine. Not trying to make them big flowers. I'm just trying to make them tiny little flowers there. We can add some white too or something to make them, give them a little more than just a flat little pink flower. Take my light magenta and my white and mix them together, and then I'm just going to come in and tap a little bit. So I have some different colors going on. Just barely tapping. I'm using the corner of my brush and just barely tapping so that I can get three-dimensional. I'll get some they won't be flat. They'll look like they got some life about them. Not a lot of detail to it, just some little flowers. Alright, I'm going to pick up my liner brush, pick up some of my black with a little water to make it like an ink. And I think I'm going to come right over here and write my name. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of my little tree, and I hope you'll pick up a paintbrush and get to painting and love it as much as I do. Y'all take care and God bless.